In 1969, Apollo 11 astronauts reported hearing strange music on the dark side of the moon. NASA kept the recordings classified for decades, but that's just the beginning. Using advanced AI pattern recognition, researchers have now uncovered anomalies in thousands of NASA lunar images, anomalies that defy conventional explanation. Structures that shouldn't exist, signals that match no known natural phenomenon, and a decades-long silence from the world's most transparent space agency. What you're about to discover will change how you see that pale disk in the night sky forever. The moon, Earth's only natural satellite. We've been told it's a dead barren rock, nothing more than ancient dust and impact craters frozen in time. But what if that's not the whole story? What if the moon holds secrets so profound that even NASA doesn't know how to reveal them without causing global upheaval? For over 50 years, space agencies have been collecting data from our celestial neighbor. High-resolution photographs, seismic readings,
soil sample,
millions of data points. And buried within that mountain of information are inconsistencies. Unexplained phenomena that scientists quietly debate behind closed doors but rarely discuss in public. Artificial intelligence has entered the equation. Machine learning algorithms, trained to detect patterns invisible to the human eye, have been analyzing decades of lunar imagery, and what they've found is disturbing. Geometric shapes where there should be only chaos, reflective anomalies in permanently shadowed craters. And perhaps most unsettling evidence that suggests parts of the moon might not be as solid as we think. It started with a simple question. Why does the moon ring like a bell? In 1969, when Apollo 12 astronauts deliberately crashed their lunar module into the moon's surface, seismometers recorded something impossible. The moon reverberated for over 3 hours, not like a solid celestial body should, but like a hollow sphere. More NASA scientists described it as ringing like a gong. The data was so anomalous that it sparked a theory among some researchers. The moon might have massive hollow cavities beneath its surface. But that's just one piece of the puzzle. Fast forward to 2009, NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter begins mapping the moon in unprecedented detail. The resolution, so sharp you could see the Apollo landing sites, the rovers, even the astronauts' footprints. But tucked away in the darker regions, the areas NASA rarely publicizes. AI analysis has flagged thousands of geometric structures. We're not talking about natural rock formations. We're talking about right angles, parallel lines, symmetrical patterns that appear, statistically speaking, impossible to occur naturally. One AI model, trained on architectural recognition, signed a 94% probability that certain formations near the Tycho crater exhibit non-random design characteristics. NASA's official position, pareidolia, our brains seeing patterns where none exist, but the algorithm doesn't have a brain prone to tricks. It only sees data, and the data says something is there. Let's talk about what artificial intelligence actually discovered. Researchers fed over 380,000 NASA lunar photographs into a convolutional neural network, the same type of AI used to detect tumors in medical imaging and identify faces in crowds. The AI was programmed to flag anomalies, anything that deviated from expected lunar geology. The results were staggering. In the Sinus Medea region, the AI identified a network of what appeared to be tunnels, perfectly cylindrical passages running beneath the surface. It's revealed only through gravitational anomaly mapping. These aren't lava tubes, which are irregular and collapsed. These structures maintain uniform diameter across kilometers. Some researchers believe they could be evidence of ancient lava vents. Others aren't so sure. Then there are the lights. Multiple Apollo missions reported seeing brief flashes of light on the lunar surface, what they called transient lunar phenomena. For decades, these were dismissed as reflections or imaging artifacts. But AI temporal analysis of lunar observation data spanning 40 years has identified repeating patterns. Certain regions of the moon emit unexplained luminescence on predictable cycles. The AI detected 247 distinct events that cannot be attributed to known causes like meteorite impacts or solar radiation. And perhaps most intriguing, the towers of the moon in the Euclid crater region. Enhanced imaging reveals vertical structures, some extending over a mile in height, casting shadows, inconsistent with natural rock formations. The AI calculated the structural integrity required to maintain such formations in the moon's low-gravity environment. Its conclusion: they would require internal support frameworks. So what's really going on up there? The rational explanation is straightforward. The moon is geologically complex, and we simply don't understand it yet. The ringing could be explained by a layered interior structure we haven't mapped. The geometric patterns could be impact fractures that happen to look artificial when viewed from certain angles. The lights could be static electricity from dust particles charged by solar wind. Conventional science has an answer for everything, even if those answers require us to accept multiple unlikely coincidences. But there's another perspective, one that NASA will never officially acknowledge. Some researchers believe the moon might not be entirely natural. The spaceship moon. Theory suggests our satellite could be an ancient artificial construct. They're hollowed out and repurposed by an advanced civilization, or placed in Earth's orbit intentionally. It sounds like science fiction, but consider the facts. The moon is the only satellite in our solar system with a nearly perfect circular orbit. It's exactly the right size and distance to create perfect solar eclipses, a mathematical improbability. And its composition is bizarrely different from Earth's, despite theories claiming it was formed from our planet's debris. Then there are the testimonies. Multiple Apollo astronauts reported seeing things they couldn't explain: structures, lights, objects that seemed to track their movements. Most of these accounts were never included in official mission transcripts. Some only emerged decades later in private interviews after retirement. One particularly unsettling detail: during Apollo 11's final approach to the moon, there was a mysterious 2-minute radio silence. When communication resumed, Neil Armstrong's first words were cryptic. "These babies are huge, sir, enormous. You wouldn't believe it." The transmission was on a rarely monitored medical channel. NASA has never officially explained what he was referring to. Here's what we know for certain. NASA has tens of thousands of lunar photographs that have never been released to the public. Images that remain classified under the vague justification of national security. Why would photographs of a dead moon require security clearance? The AI investigation hit a wall when researchers requested access to raw, unprocessed data from recent lunar missions. The request was denied. When they analyzed publicly available images, they discovered something troubling: evidence of digital manipulation. Not everywhere, but in specific regions. Areas where the AI had flagged geometric anomalies were often covered by suspiciously uniform terrain in official releases. It's as if someone went through the images and smoothed out anything that looked too interesting. The most recent mystery involves China's Chang'e for mission, the first to land on the far side of the moon. In 2019, Chinese scientists reported discovering a gel-like substance in a crater, unlike anything seen before. They promised detailed analysis and photographs, then ... silence, no follow-up. No papers published. The discovery simply vanished from official communications. And here's the part that should trouble you. Every spacefaring nation, the US, Russia, China, India, has signed agreements about lunar exploration. What those agreements contain remains largely classified. But insiders suggest there are protocols about what can and cannot be publicly disclosed regarding lunar discoveries. Protocols that exist for a reason. So what is NASA hiding about the moon? Maybe nothing. Everything we've discussed can be explained by natural phenomena we don't yet understand. Combined with bureaucratic overclassification and the human tendency to find mystery in the mundane, or maybe, just maybe, the moon holds evidence of something that would fundamentally alter our understanding of human history. Evidence of artificial structures built by a civilization that existed long before us. Or evidence that we're not alone in this solar system and never have been. The AI doesn't make judgments. It only recognizes patterns. And the patterns it found suggest that the moon is far stranger than we've been told. Here's the truly unsettling part. We're going back. NASA's Artemis program plans to establish a permanent lunar base by 2030. Private. Companies are planning their own missions. Within the next decade, there will be constant human presence on the moon. Whatever secrets exist up there, whatever NASA has been quietly keeping from us, won't stay secret much longer. The question isn't whether there's something hidden on the moon. The question is, are we ready to know what it is? The AI has shown us the anomalies, the patterns, the questions that NASA won't answer. But this investigation is far from over. New algorithms are being developed, or classified images are being leaked. And the truth, whatever it is getting harder to contain. If you want to follow this mystery as it unfolds, as new evidence emerges and AI digs deeper into what's really happening 238,000 miles above our heads, subscribe now. Because the next discovery could change everything. And when it happens, you'll hear about it here first. The moon is watching. And now, so are we.